For the first video on perchd.io, I just wanted to show you how we built the site itself. It's obviously powered by Perch, that kind of makes sense. Perch Runway, in fact. So this is just a little tour to show you how we built it and to give you an idea of our workflow when we're building sites with Perch here at A Million Monkeys. Sarah Evans did the design, and the very first thing that we did was to build pretty much everything just in static HTML and CSS. And you can actually see the outcome of that process if you go to the website, so that's perchd.io / and then do _index.html and _article.html. They look pretty much exactly like the site at the minute, but this is all just static content. And if we hop over to Sublime, you can see those files here. We then abstracted some of this content out into a style guide. So if you visit the site and go to assets style guide / index.html, here I don't know why the font's not loading, but everything else seems to work. So you can see here, these are the styles that we abstracted out. So once we had this static page in place, and once we had the style guide in place, we then started to convert the site to a Perch-powered site. We installed Perch Runway. First of all, we switched over to host the site on GitHub. And we used CodeKit, so we ignored a CodeKit file. We set up a local configuration file, and we ignore that. So that's here. So we have a separate config.local file on the server, which has got all the server database settings, and we turn debug off, and we turn Perch production mode to Perch production. Yes, we set up version control of the site. The site's all hosted on GitHub. The site is the repo is on GitHub, and then we use deploy HQ to deploy to our server, and that's completely free of charge because it's an open source project. So, what did we do next? We then worked on our index.html file, and we broke this whole page up into separate files. So we have header.php, which is the same on every page, footer.php, which is the same on every page, sidebar.php, which is pretty much the same on every page, and then this additional section, which is homepage header.php, because once we've got a little bit more content on the site, this nice little kind of welcome hero type element will appear. So once we're good to go, we'll just include this file within the homepage template. So this is the homepage template. Pretty simple, really. It includes the header. It passes through this variable, which we use as in the title. And then there's a simple Perch blog custom function, which loads all the blog content, the sidebar, and the footer. So there's not much to it, really. I just want to show a couple of neat little tricks that we like to do, because this will hopefully keep you interested. So if you go to perchd.io and open DevTools, let's reload the page, you will see the site loads pretty quickly. And besides all these fonts that come in from Typekit, actually there aren't many files being loaded. And this is one of our favourite little tricks with Perch. There is all these SVGs all over the place in the template. And if you look at the index.html file, you can see all these SVGs in line, which works great because it means you don't have many file requests, but it makes your markup look pretty horrific. So in our templates, what we actually do is we use a perch layout function, and then if you look at this icons folder and icon Twitter, we've just got all the SVG code in there. So when the site is loaded, we inspect this, you can see all the SVG files are loaded in line, which is what we want, obviously, and we have very few file requests. The only other thing I just wanted to mention quickly, because this might be of interest to some of you who are devs out there, is the links page. Now, we were kind of tempted to do this using Perch Collection, and that would have been the obvious solution. However, we don't have stacks of time to dedicate to this project at the minute, and so it was really important that I am able to add bookmarks to this page really quickly and easily. And I use Pinboard quite a lot, so we decided that actually what it would be great to do is if I could bookmark something in Pinboard, and then that would automatically be displayed on the site. So we built a new app. And if you're interested in building apps with Perch, this is the most simple app. So it might be a useful thing to look at. All the app does is load a client for the Pinboard API. It gets a list of tags and displays those tags, essentially. Or these are the two functions, one that gets the list of tags and one which displays tags. And you can see that we're using those functions on this links.php file. Now, in an ideal world, we'd import all this content to Perch, and maybe we'll do that at some time in the future, because you will notice there is a little bit of a lag as we're making those API requests to Pinboard when you visit the links page. But it makes it really quick and easy for us to bookmark things, and that is pretty handy at the minute. So there you go, that is the new perchd.io site. Thanks for taking a look. It will develop over the weeks, months, and hopefully years to come. And if you want to get involved, then drop us an email or tweet us or do whatever, and we'd be really grateful.